Join us on the Sabbath at Israel Church of the Living God Learning Center, located at 1225 South Elmwood Avenue in Waukegan, Illinois. Services starts at 1:30 p.m. You can also visit us online at israelchurch.org. Here you can find our holy days as well as other events and find out more about our church organization. If you are unable to come out and worship with us, you can watch our live stream on YouTube at ICOTLG 67 or on Facebook at Israel Church of the Living God. If you are in need of prayer or counseling or just need more info, you may call us at 847-246-4421 or 847-636-4792. We look forward to hearing from you.
My house should be called the house of prayer for all people.
Come join us.
Not forsake the assembling of ourselves together.
Join us on the Sabbath at Israel Church of the Living God Learning Center, located at 1225 South Elmwood Avenue in Waukegan, Illinois. Services starts at 1:30 p.m. You can also visit us online at israelchurch.org. Here you can find our holy days as well as other events and find out more about our church organization. If you are unable to come out and worship with us, you can watch our live stream on YouTube at ICOTLG 67 or on Facebook at Israel Church of the Living God. If you are in need of prayer or counseling or just need more info, you may call us at 847-246-4421 or 847-636-4792. We look forward to hearing from you.
All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Israel's Church of Living God Q&A. I'm going to be your host today, and Brother Rob will be reading today. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in, for those that's going to be tuning in tonight, and for those that's going to be viewing this at a later time. We're going to deal with a lesson first. I think this lesson probably going to take up most of the time, if not all, but we're going to try to get a question in as well. So, you know, we have discussions on some Sundays, me and a few fellas, we all get together and we have discussions. And one of the things that we were talking about, one of the brothers was saying was that Jesus is not in the Passover, which, you know, most Israelites know that Jesus is not only in the Passover, but he's in all the feasts. And so we're just going to do a brief lesson dealing with the feast concerning Jesus. Okay? Let's pick it up at John 14:6. John 14:6. Go ahead and read it.
Jesus saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life.
You see what he said? I am the way, the truth, and the life. In other words, you follow me, and then you get eternal life. Go ahead and read.
No man cometh unto the Father but by me.
Now, so we're going to get straight into it now. Let's go to Exodus 12th chapter. We're going to pick up the feast of the Passover. You know, because Jesus is the real deal. That's the title of the lesson. Jesus is the real deal. All of the feasts that they were doing and the sacrifices they were doing, that was only leading up to Jesus. It was only leading up to Jesus. So, you know, because Jesus said, behold, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me to do thy will, O God.
That's right.
I could have called the lesson that, but I guess I want to get a little fancy here. Jesus is the real deal. He is the real deal. So We're going to Exodus, the 12th chapter. We're going to pick up the Passover. Exodus 12 and 1. When you get it, Rob, go ahead and read. I'm going to try to let you read without doing too much talking. Go ahead and read.
And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year unto you.
Now, this month is the first month of the year. Now, that's going into another lesson of what I was going to say. But go ahead, verse 3. Go ahead.
Speak unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, In the 10th day of this month they shall take to them every man a lamb according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for an house.
Go ahead.
And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it according to the number of the souls. Every man according to his eating shall make your count for the lamb. Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year. Ye shall take it out from the sheep or from the goats.
He said, take that male lamb, which Jesus was a male, right?
That's right.
And then he said a male of the first year. And Jesus was the firstborn of Mary. Go ahead and read.
And ye shall keep it up until the 14th day of the same month. And the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening.
Now, I can't go over everything in 1 hour concerning the Passover, so I'm just going to touch on a few things, and you're going to get the idea, or it's going to show you what I'm talking about and what the Bible is talking about. Verse 7, go ahead.
And they shall take of the blood and strike it on the two side posts and an upper door post of the house, wherein they shall eat it.
Skip to verse 11. Skip to he said, take this blood and put it over the doorpost, right?
That's right.
Skip to verse 11. Go ahead.
And thus shall ye eat it with your loins girded.
Go ahead.
Your shoes on your feet and your staff in your hand. And ye shall eat it in haste. It is the Lord's Passover.
It is the Lord's Passover. Now look at what he's saying right here. Verse 12. Go ahead.
For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt.
Go ahead.
Both man and beast. Against all the gods of Egypt will execute judgment. I am the Lord.
Now, do you see any other gods saying, no, you're not? You ain't see any Pharaoh's gods saying any of these things. They were worshiping falcons and crocodiles and monkeys, you name it. But none of them stood up and said, no, you're not. You're not going to execute judgment on us. Go ahead and read.
And the blood shall be to you for a token upon the house where ye are.
Go ahead.
And when I see the blood, I will pass over you.
So they had to have faith in this blood then, right?
That's right.
Because if you didn't have no faith in this blood, then you're not going to put it over your doorpost, and then the Lord going to send that angel in there, and he's going to destroy the firstborn of that house. But if you have faith in this blood, then you will put this blood over your doorpost. And then the Lord will pass over you this night. You had to have faith in this blood. Go ahead and read.
And I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you.
Go ahead.
When I smite the land of Egypt.
So now if you put this blood over your doorpost, then the plague is going to pass over you. So that means you have to have some faith in this blood then, right? Go ahead and read. Verse 14.
And this day shall be unto you for a memorial.
This day, because, brother, you know, the Passover is not a memorial. I say, keep reading. Verse 14, what does it say?
And this day shall be unto you for a memorial.
And this day shall be unto you for a memorial. Go ahead and read.
And ye shall keep it in a feast of the Lord throughout your generations. Ye shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever.
Now, let's see if you have to have faith now in Jesus' blood. Let's go to Romans, the 3rd chapter, Romans 3, and we're going to pick it up at verse 25. Romans 3 and 25. I'm kind of getting straight to the point. Romans 3 and 25. When you get it, Rob, go ahead and read that.
Whom God hath set forth to be a propitiation through faith in his blood.
Through faith in what?
In his blood.
In his blood. Just like they had to have faith in that blood during the times of the Passover, right?
Right.
When it was instituted in Exodus 12th chapter. Read that one more time.
Whom God had set forth.
I'll tell you what, read verse 24. Read that.
24. Being justified freely by his grace, through the redemption that is in Christ Jesus, whom God had set forth to be a propitiation through faith in his blood, to declare his righteousness for the remissions of sin that are passed through the forbearance of God.
So now, just like during the times of when they came out of Egypt or that Passover, they had to have faith in the blood of that lamb, right? And now you got to have faith in the blood of Jesus, which is the lamb. Let's go over to 1 Corinthians, the 5th chapter. 1 Corinthians 5, and we're going to read one verse. Verse 7. 1 Corinthians 5 and 7. Look at what the book is saying. Go ahead and read.
Purge out therefore the old leaven, that ye may be a new lump.
Go ahead.
As ye are unleavened.
As you are unleavened, what does unleavened represent? The law, which means you walking in righteousness when you walk in the law. That's what unleavened represents, the law. Go ahead and read.
As ye are unleavened, for even Christ our Passover is sacrificed for us.
Now what you going to do with that? I mean, he just got straight to the point. He said even Christ our Passover was sacrificed for us. Now, that just tells me right there, Christ is our Passover. I mean, how can you get around this? So Christ is associated with the Passover. He is the real deal. He's the real deal. Okay, let's go now. Let's go to Hebrews, the 14th chapter. Hebrews 4. Hebrews 4. Thank you, Rob. I'm going too fast. Hebrews 4. I'm looking right at it. Hebrews 4. Thank you, brother. Hebrews 4. So we're going to see Jesus is wrapped up in all the feasts. Okay, he is the real deal. No, sir. Hebrews 4 and 14. Hebrews 4 and 14. Let me slow down a little bit. It might go over a little bit. Hebrews 4 and 14. We're going to look at another feast now. But pick it up in verse 14. Go ahead and read it.
Seeing then that we have a great high priest that is passed unto the heavens, Jesus, the Son of God, let us hold fast our profession.
Go ahead.
For we have not an high priest which cannot be touched with the feeling of our infirmities.
Go ahead.
But was in all points tempted like as we are.
See, he was tempted just like we are, because he was flesh and blood, just like we are.
Yet without sin.
Yet without sin. Now I wonder what this is representing right here. Just like the unleavened bread was, unleavened bread represents the law. Jesus kept the law because he was without sin, right?
That's right.
He was without sin. So that means he kept the law. Let's go now. He was without sin. Let's go to Romans, the 6th chapter, Romans 6. Romans 6. And we're going to pick it up at verse 1. Romans 6 and 1. When you get it, go ahead and read it.
What shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin that grace may abound?
Well, the Lord wants us to be unleavened. He wants us to be unleavened. And he wants us to be, this man to be unleavened for 7 days. What's that noise? He wants man to be unleavened for 7 days. And unleavened represents the law. So he wants his man to walk in the law for 7 days. So he wants us to walk in his law. Because if you don't walk in the law, then what you doing? You're sinning, right?
That's right.
What shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin? Shall we continue to transgress God's law that grace may abound, that the blood of Jesus may abound? What did he say? Verse 2.
God forbid.
You can't continue to sin because you under the blood of Jesus. That's what grace is. Yep. Go ahead and read.
God forbid. How shall we that are dead to sin live any longer therein?
Go ahead.
Know ye not that so many of us as were baptized unto Jesus Christ were baptized unto his death?
So when you get baptized, it's just like that old man is dying. When you come up out that water, the new man. Just like when Jesus went down in the grave, he came up out that grave, he was a new man, right?
Right.
Go ahead and read.
Wherefore we are buried with him in baptism unto death.
Go ahead.
That like as Christ was raised up from the dead by the glory of the Father.
Now he was raised up from the dead by the glory. We're going to find out what is raised up. What do we call this? Go ahead and read.
Even so we also should walk in newness of life. For if we have been planted together in the likeness of his death, we shall be also in the likeness of his resurrection.
We shall also be in the likeness of his resurrection. Now, how does this resurrection play a part in the Feast of Unleavened Bread? Because that's the feast that we go to next after the Passover is the Feast of Unleavened Bread, right?
That's right.
Let's go. Well, we're gonna go to the Feast of First Fruits. We're going to go to the Feast of Harvest, I should say, or Pentecost. Verse 6. Go ahead and read it.
Knowing this, that our old man is crucified with him, that the body of sin might be destroyed, that henceforth we should not serve sin. Now,
we're going to go to the next feast after the Passover, and then we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread, right? So now that unleavened represents the law, or you not sinning. So now we're going to go to the next feast, which is the Pentecost, or what people call, or what the Bible calls rather, the Feast of Harvest, or the First Fruits, or the Feast of Weeks, and then it didn't get to be called the Feast of Pentecost till you get down to the first century. The Greeks and the Romans called it the Feast of Pentecost. Okay? But it was called the Feast of the Harvest of the First Fruits and the Feast of Weeks. So now, that's what we're getting ready to deal with now. Let's go to Leviticus 23. Leviticus 23, and we're going to pick it up at verse 9. Leviticus 23 and 9. Now we're going to deal with the Feast of the Harvest of the First Fruits. Now let's find out what this represents. Because like I said, Jesus is in all the feasts. He is the real deal. 23 and 9. Go ahead and read it.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When ye be come into the land which I give unto you, and shall reap the harvest thereof, then ye shall bring a sheaf of...
Now he said, notice now, he said, reap the harvest thereof. He said, you shall bring a sheaf. And Jesus represents this sheaf right here. He is the real sheep that had to be weighed before God. Go ahead and read.
Then ye shall bring a sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest unto the priest. And he shall wave the sheaf before the Lord.
Now, wait a minute. Wasn't Jesus the high priest?
That's right.
We read that in Hebrews, right? So now he said, you shall bring that sheep and wave it before the Lord. When you going to wave that sheep? Go ahead.
To be accepted for you on the morrow after the Sabbath.
On the morrow after the Sabbath, you shall wave that sheep. What is the morrow after the Sabbath? It is the first day of the week, what we call the day Sunday. What verse you at?
The end of 11.
Read verse 11 again.
And ye shall wave the sheaf before the Lord. To be accepted for you. On the morrow after the Sabbath, the priest shall wave it.
The priest shall wave it. And when Jesus came up out that grave, wasn't he the high priest?
Yep.
Go ahead, skip to verse 15. Skip to verse 15. Read verse 12. Read verse 12.
And ye shall offer that day when ye wave the sheaf and lamb without blemish of the first year for a burnt offering unto the Lord.
Skip to verse 15. Go ahead.
15. And ye shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that ye brought the sheaf of the wave offering, 7 Sabbaths shall be complete.
Stop right there. Now, you know, we kind of were disagreeing with this part right here, because he's saying that you're supposed to count after the sheep is waved, or after the Passover, which he called the Passover and the Feast of Unleavened Bread, the same thing. Okay, so now after the Feast of Unleavened Bread, you count 7 Sabbaths. But the sheep got to come up out the wheat got to come up out the ground before you can wave the sheep, right? So in order for you to wave, it's got to come out the ground. So now Jesus represents this sheep. So now he died. He had to go in the grave for how many days? 3 days and 3 nights.
Right.
Then, after he came up out the grave, now the sheaf can be waved. So you can't make your count until the sheep is waved. And the only way you can wave the sheep is that the harvest got to be reaped. I'll tell you, man, the Lord got this thing set up, and he got it down to the T. And once you understand this, there's no mistaking it. He represents this sheep right here. But go ahead. So you had to count 3 days and 3 nights. Then you got to go to, you got to have a whole week, and that whole week, that Sabbath of that whole week, that's when you start your count. Because you got to have 7 Sabbaths in a row, and it's got to add up to how many days? Keep reading.
Even unto the morrow after the 7th Sabbath, you shall number 50 days.
You shall number what?
50 days.
50 days. So you can't start your count until you wave the sheep, and then it's got to be a full week to that Sabbath. You got to have the 7 days so you can get that Sabbath, that first Sabbath right there. After the 3 days and 3 nights, then you go to a full week, and then you have that first Sabbath. Now you start your count with that first Sabbath. You don't start your first count with that after the 3 days and 3 nights. You come up on a Friday. Now you count that first Sabbath. You're not going to get 7 Sabbaths, 49 days, I should say. You're not going to get 49 days. So therefore, you have to go to that following Sabbath and count a full week. Then that full week, that Sabbath of that full week, now you got to count 7 Sabbaths. That's going to be 49 days plus what? 1 day, which is going to be 50 days. That's how we calculate it. And that's how the book calculates it. Go ahead and read. What verse you at?
16. And even unto the morrow after the 7th Sabbath, you shall number 50 days. And ye shall offer a new meat offering unto the Lord.
Skip to verse 21. Skip to verse 21. Go ahead and read it.
And ye shall proclaim on the same self day that it may be an holy convocation unto you. Ye shall do no servile work therein. It shall be a statute forever in all your dwellings throughout your generations.
Now, let's go to Exodus 23. Let's back up to Exodus 23. Let's back up to Exodus 23. And the Lord got this thing lined up. Exodus 23 and 14. Exodus 23 and 14. Now, he's going to tell us now what this feast is actually called. Exodus 23 and 14. Read it.
3 times thou shalt keep the feast unto me in the year. Thou shalt keep the feast of unleavened bread.
Now, where you see Passover at? You don't see Passover there. You see Feast of Unleavened Bread. The Passover and the Feast of Unleavened Bread are 2 different feasts. Otherwise, it would just say Passover. It wouldn't have said Feast of Unleavened Bread. Or the Passover of the Feast of Unleavened Bread, or something to that effect. But now we just got the Feast of Unleavened Bread right here.
That's right.
He said 3 times in a year you should keep a feast unto me. He didn't say 4. He said 3. And if you want to count the Passover, then that would be 4. Go ahead and read. What did it say?
15. Thou shalt keep the feast of unleavened bread. Thou shalt eat unleavened bread 7 days, as I commanded thee, and the time appointed of the month Abib. For in it thou camest out from Egypt, and none shall appear before me empty.
What else?
And the feast of harvest.
The feast of what?
Of harvest.
Well, what comes after the feast of unleavened bread? It is what we call the Pentecost, or the Feast of Weeks.
That's right.
So now you see what he's calling it now? Read it again, Rob.
And the feast of harvest.
And the feast of harvest of what?
The first fruits of thy labors.
The first fruits of thy labors. Go ahead and read.
Which thou hast sown in the field. And the feast of ingathering.
And the feast of ingathering, which is what?
Which is at the end of the year.
Now we're going to find out what this feast is called as well. But you see what he just called it? The Feast of Ingathering.
That's right.
We're going to find out what this feast is called as well. It's another name the Lord gave it too. So he said the Feast of Ingathering. You finished that?
No.
Go ahead.
And the feast of ingathering, which is at the end of the year, when thou hast gathered in the labors out of the field.
Now, let's go, because what does this have to do with Jesus? What does this have to do with Jesus and the resurrection? Let's go to John, the 20th chapter. John, the 20th chapter. And we're going to pick it up at verse 1. John 20 and verse 1. When you get it, brother, start reading.
The first day of the week cometh Mary Magdalene early.
Wait a minute. On the first day of the week? So when did the sheep have to be away before the Lord? On the morrow, after the Sabbath, which is the first day of the week.
That's right.
Now here comes Mary Magdalene on the first day of the week. Is this coincidence? No, it's not a coincidence. Why? Because Jesus is the real deal. Go ahead and read, brother.
The first day of the week cometh Mary Magdalene early.
Go ahead.
When it was yet dark.
When it was yet dark, go ahead.
Unto the sepulchre. And seeth the stone taken away from the sepulchre. And she runneth and cometh to Simon Peter and to the other disciples whom Jesus loved, and saith unto them, They have taken away the Lord out of the sepulchre, and we know not where they have laid him.
Go ahead.
Peter therefore went forth, and that other disciple, and came to the sepulchre. So
skip to verse 8. Now remember, this is on the first day of the week. Verse 8, go ahead and read it.
And went in also that other disciple, which came first to the sepulchre, and he saw and believed. For as yet they knew not the scriptures, that he must rise again from the dead.
See, they didn't understand this, that he must rise again from the dead. Go ahead and read.
Then the disciples went away again unto their own home. But Mary stood without the sepulchre weeping.
Now she's standing there weeping now. This still on the first day of the week. Not saying that Jesus rose on the first day of the week. She got there on the first day of the week. When she got there, Jesus was gone already. But now she's still standing there weeping because the master gone. She think he gone, but he right there. And this is on the first day of the week. I wonder why she's seeing him on the first day of the week. I wonder why. Keep reading.
And as she wept, she stooped down and looked unto the sepulchre, and seeth two angels in white settings, and the one at the head and the other at the feet, where the body of Jesus had lain.
Go ahead.
And they say unto her, Woman, why weepest thou? She saith unto them, Because they have taken away my Lord, and I know not where they have laid him. And when she had thus said, she turned herself back and saw Jesus standing, and knew not that it was Jesus.
Now, this is on the first day of the week. Now, she done turned herself away and turned back around, and Jesus standing there now. Look at what he said. Go ahead.
Jesus saith unto her, Woman, why weepest thou? Whom seekest thou? She, supposing him to be the gardener, saith unto him, Sir, if thou hast borne him thence, tell me where thou hast laid him, and I will take him away.
Go ahead.
Jesus saith unto Mary. She turned herself and saith unto him, Rabboni.
So now she knows who he is. He said Mary. She said Rabboni. Go ahead, which called him master. Go ahead and read.
Which is to say master. Jesus said unto her, Touch me not.
Stop right there. You see what he told her? Touch me not. Don't touch me. Go ahead and read.
For I am not yet ascended to my Father.
I am not yet ascended to my Father. Why does he telling her don't touch me yet? For I have not yet. Because the sheep have to be weighed before God to be accepted. And Jesus represents this sheep. Notice it's tomorrow after the Sabbath. It's the first day of the week when she saw him and she said, Don't touch me.
That's right.
He said, Don't touch me. Well, I have to go to be accepted of my Father. Just like the sheep had to be waved on the morrow, the priest had to wave the sheep on the morrow after the Sabbath to be accepted. And they couldn't even harvest the land until that sheep was waved before God. And Jesus feeding that sheep so far, right?
That is deep.
Go ahead and read.
Touch me not, for I am not yet ascended to my Father. But go to my brethren, and saith unto them,
Go ahead.
I ascend unto my Father.
I ascend unto my Father.
And your Father.
And your Father. Go ahead.
And to my God. And to your God.
Verse 18. Go ahead.
Mary Magdalene came and told the disciples that she had seen the Lord. And that he had spoken these things unto her.
Go ahead.
Then the same day at evening, being the first day of the week.
Now, it's still the first day of the week. Go ahead and read.
When the doors were shut, where the disciples were assembled for the fear of the Jews, came Jesus and stood in the midst and saying unto them, peace be unto you.
He said, peace be unto you. And if you keep reading this, was that Matthias told, he said, look, I'm not going to believe who it is. I'm not going to believe it's him until I see him. Then Jesus, he popped up again. And he said, touch me, handle me. Now, Thomas. So now you can touch me and you can handle me now. Why? Because he went to the Father to be accepted. He represents that sheep. Now we're dealing with what? The Pentecost, right?
That's right.
We're dealing with the Pentecost. Let's go now. Let's go to 1 Corinthians 15. Now Paul is going to tell the Corinthians straight out. Because remember, what is the feast called? The harvest of the first fruits, right?
That's right.
The harvest of the first, that's what the feast is called. Now, let's see what Jesus called after his resurrection. 1 Corinthians 15 and 20. Go ahead and read it.
But now is Christ risen from the dead and become the first fruits of them that slept.
There it is. He is the first fruits of them that slept, just like that harvest of the first fruits. Now he is the first fruits of them which slept. And he became the first fruits of them which slept after his resurrection, right?
That's right.
Because that sheep had to come up out the ground after the 3 days and 3 nights and had to go to the Lord to be accepted. Just like we read over in Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. See, Christ, he is the real deal. He fits the bill when it comes to the feast days. He fits the bill. He is the real deal. So all those other ones just prototypes. He is the real deal. Let's go now. Let's go back to Leviticus 23rd chapter. We're going to pick back up the rest of the feast right here, Leviticus 23rd chapter. We're going to finish this out. Leviticus 23 and verse 24. Leviticus 23 and 24. When you get it, brother, go ahead and read.
Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, in the 7th month, in the first day of the month, shall ye have a Sabbath, a memorial blowing of trumpets.
A memorial of blowing of trumpets. Now we're going to show you that Jesus is in the memorial of the blowing of the trumpets. We're going to pick up the rest of the feast. So skip to verse 27. So in the first day of the 7th month, the memorial blowing of the trumpets, you should have a holy convocation. Verse 27, go ahead.
Also in the 10th day of this 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement. It shall be a holy convocation unto you. And ye shall afflict your souls.
Go ahead.
And offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord.
So now on the 10th day of that 7th month, you should have a day of atonement. It's going to be a holy convocation as well, right? He said you're going to afflict your souls. In other words, you're going to fast that day. Skip to verse 34. Go ahead.
Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, on the 15th day of this 7th month.
Now we are still in the 7th month. He said in the 15th day now of the 7th month. It's the first day, the 10th day, and now we at the 15th day. Go ahead and read.
Shall be a feast of tabernacles for 7 days unto the Lord. On the first day ye shall have a holy convocation. You shall do no servile work therein. 7 days you shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. And on the 8th day shall be a holy convocation unto you.
And on the 8th day shall be a holy convocation unto you.
And ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. It is a solemn assembly. And ye shall do no servile work therein.
Go ahead.
These are the feasts of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, to offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord, a burnt offering and a meat offering, a sacrifice and a drink offering.
All right, so now these are the feasts of the Lord right here. So now if you don't see the feast in Leviticus 23rd chapter, then the Lord didn't command us to keep it. Like Purim, we don't keep Purim because the Lord didn't command us to keep it. But if you want to keep it, that's totally up to you. But it is not a commandment of the Lord. The Feast of Dedication, that's not in here in Leviticus 23rd chapter. The Lord didn't command us to keep that, although we do see Jesus keeping it, but the Lord, God never commanded us to keep this. Skip to verse 39. Go ahead and read.
Also in the 15th day of the 7th month, when ye have gathered in the fruits of the land.
So now what is that feast called then? The Feast of Tabernacle. That's the Feast of Ingathering, right?
That's right.
Go ahead and read.
Ye shall keep a feast unto the Lord 7 days. And on the first day shall be a Sabbath, and on the 8th day shall be a Sabbath.
Now, so he said, you shall gather in the fruit, right? Let's go now. Let's go to first. Let's pick up the memorial of blowing of the trumpets. Let's go to Revelations 8:1. Revelations 8:1. We're gonna breeze through these. Revelations 8:1. But as we can see that Jesus fit all of the feast, because he is the real deal. Revelations 8:1. Go ahead and read it.
And when he had opened the 7th seal, there was silence in heaven about the space of a half an hour. And I saw the 7th angel which stood before God, and to them were given 7 trumpets.
Now 7 angels were given 7 trumpets. Now let me show you something real quick. I'm gonna throw this in there. Go to Revelation 11:15. Revelation 11:15. You got to put it up there. Revelation 11:15. Go ahead and read it.
And the 7th angel sounded, and there were great voices in heaven saying, the kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of our Lord.
Of who?
Of our Lord.
Oh, so that's what the blowing of the trumpets represent? The coming of the Lord for that 7th trumpet? Go ahead and read.
Have become the kingdoms of our Lord and his Christ. And he shall reign forever and ever.
And he shall reign forever and ever. See what that 7th trumpet is going to represent? The coming of the Lord.
That's right.
That's why we keep the memorial, the blowing of the trumpet. The Lord going to have 7 angels blowing 7 trumpets. And that 7th, and each trumpet going to the Lord going to blow out his wrath on this earth. But that 7th trumpet is the coming of the Lord. That's the announcement, the coming of the Lord. See how the Lord fit into the feast? But what about the Day of Atonement? Let's go to Leviticus 25. Leviticus 25. Leviticus 25, and we're going to pick it up at verse 8. Leviticus 25:8. Let's see when that 7th trumpet is going to be blown to announce the coming of the Lord. Leviticus 25:8. Go ahead and read it.
And thou shalt number 7 Sabbaths of years unto thee. 7 times 7 years, and the space of 7 Sabbaths of years shall be unto thee 49 years. Then shalt thou cause the trumpet of Jubilee to sound on the 10th day of the 7th month.
Of the what? 10th day of the 7th month. And this is when that 7th trumpet is going to be sounded, on the 10th day of the 7th month. Tune in for the Feast of Atonement, and you will understand this more perfectly. But go ahead, read that again.
And thou shalt cause the trumpet of Jubilee to sound on the 10th day of the 7th month. And the Day of Atonement. Thou shalt make a trumpet sound throughout all your land.
Thou shalt make the trumpet sound throughout. This day is going to announce the coming of the Lord. Everybody understand? Let's go now, because we had that last feast of ingathering, right? The Feast of Tabernacles. Let's go to Matthew 24. This is going to be last. Matthew 24 and 21. Matthew 24 and 21. When you get it, brother, go ahead and read.
For then shall be great tribulation, such as not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be.
So now we haven't gotten to great tribulations, right? We haven't gotten to this yet. This talking about great tribulation, when the Lord going to have all the nations fighting. And then he going to come out and slap everybody. Skip to verse 29. Go ahead and read it.
Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened.
Go ahead.
And the moon shall not give her light. And the stars shall fall from heaven. And the powers of the heavens shall be shaken.
Go ahead.
And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn. And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory.
Do you know somebody said this happened already? Boy, if this had happened already, people would still be writing about this.
Yep.
And then where's the Lord at? If he came with the clouds, then where is he now? But go ahead and read. What else it say?
And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet.
Uh-oh, there go that seventh trumpet right there. He going to send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet. Uh-huh.
And they shall gather together his elect.
Oh, wait a minute. Isn't that last feast says you shall appear 3 times a year to me? The feast of unleavened bread, the feast of ingathering. Oh no, the feast of unleavened bread, the feast of Pentecost, right, which we call the feast of harvest of the first fruits, right. And then what else? The feast of ingathering, right, which is the feast of tabernacles. You see what the Lord is going to do at his coming? Read it again, brother.
And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet.
Uh-huh.
And they shall gather together his elect.
And they shall gather together his elect. This is why we keep the Feast of Ingathering or the Feast of Tabernacles, to commemorate this feast or this day that is coming. The ingathering. Go ahead and read.
From the 4 winds.
Uh-huh.
From one end of heaven to the other.
And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the 4 winds, from one end of heaven to the other. And there you have it. Jesus is the real deal. He is in all of the feasts. In fact, the feasts are pointing to him. Not him pointing to them. They are pointing to him. All right. So now we're going to deal with something right here. Who is Michael the Archangel, or Michael the Archangel? Because, we had a young man that's saying that, that he was Michael the Archangel. And then when I started questioning him, he took off. But then here come another brother going to bring him right back. And so that brother couldn't even tell me where Psalms was, Psalm 104 was. But anyway, I was going to read him Psalm 104, but we're going to read Hebrews, the 1st chapter, instead of Psalm 104, because it says the same thing. But I want to point out something. Hebrews 1 and 13. Go ahead and read it.
But to which of the angels saith he unto any time, sit on my right hand until I make thine enemies thy footstool?
Now he says, which of the angels said he at any time, sit on my right hand. So we're looking at angels, but what are angels? Read that next verse.
Are they not all ministering spirits?
Oh, wait a minute. Angels are ministering spirits. So, I'm going to tell the brother, you stand right there, and then I'm going to swing and knock you out. If you fall out, if I knock you out, then you're not no spirit. But if you stand there and my fist go through you, then you're a spirit. But if you get knocked out, then you are not no spirit. But I feel that the brother, he probably has something going on a little mentally, and I'm not making fun of him or nothing like that, because that is something serious. To be going around saying that you are Michael the Archangel, that means something is going on mentally. Okay, and I'm not making fun of that at all. I'm just showing you that he couldn't be Michael the Archangel. Verse 14 again. Go ahead and read. Talk about the angels now. What did it say?
Are they not all ministering spirits, sent forth to minister for them who shall be heirs of salvation?
So now the angels are ministering spirits. They are sent to help the ones that are heirs to salvation. And who are the heirs to salvation? Men. We are.
That's right.
Men are. So you couldn't be Michael the Archangel. But let's go look at Michael the Archangel real quick. So let's go over to Daniel, the 10th chapter. We're going to pick it up at verse 5. Daniel 10 and 5. Now, you telling me you Michael the Archangel, you all the way back here in Daniel? Now you standing. At least he knew to be around. Although at the time, Israel, they were singing a lot of music and jumping up and dancing and all that stuff. He was among Israel, but all Israel is not of Israel. Let me just leave that alone. Daniel 10 and 5. Daniel 10 and 5. Go ahead and read it.
Then I lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with fine gold of Uphaz. His body was also like beryl, and his face as an appearance of lightning.
Go ahead.
And his eyes as lamps of fire, and his arms and his feet like the color of polished brass.
Now he's looking at an angel right here. And he's looking at the angel Gabriel. But go ahead and read.
And the voice of his words were like the voice of multitudes.
Uh-huh.
And I, Daniel, alone saw the vision. For the men that were with me saw not the vision, but a great quaking fell upon them. So they fled to hide themselves. Therefore I was left alone and saw this great vision. And there remained no strength in me. For my countenance was turned to me into corruption, and I retained no strength.
Look at Daniel. He saw that angel, the angel Gabriel, and he practically passed out. So much for the Spirit spoke to me. Because you see a spirit, boy, you are going to be sick. But go ahead and read.
Yet heard I the voice of the words. And when I heard the voice of his words, then was I in a deep sleep and on my face, and my face toward the ground.
Go ahead.
And behold, an hand touched me, which set me upon my knees and upon the palms of my hand. And he said unto me, O Daniel, a man greatly beloved, understand the words that I speak unto thee. Now, can you imagine that?
This the angel Gabriel talking to Daniel. You mean tell me you were talking to Daniel? You calling yourself Michael the Archangel, you were talking to Daniel? Go ahead and read.
And he said unto me, O Daniel, a man greatly beloved.
And this is Daniel back like 400 something BC. So you mean tell me you was back during that time in 400 BC? Go ahead and read.
Understand the words that I speak unto thee, and stand upright.
Go ahead.
For unto thee am I now sent. And when he had spoken this word unto me, I stood trembling.
Go ahead.
Then said he unto me.
Now, Daniel couldn't help himself. He was so afraid. He just standing there trembling.
Right.
That spirit or that angel standing there talking to him. Not like you hear the preacher saying, now the Spirit just spoke to me. What did he say, man?
Then he said unto me, fear not, Daniel.
Go ahead.
For from the first day that thou didst set thine heart to understand and to chasten thyself before thy God,
go ahead.
Thy words were heard, and I am come for thy word.
Go ahead.
But the prince of the kingdom of Persia withstood me 21 days.
Now he's talking about Satan, right? The prince of the kingdom of Persia. He's talking about Satan. He's not talking about no man withstood him, because a man can't withstand no angel or hold up no angel. So now, go ahead and read.
But lo, Michael, one of the chief princes.
He said, but Michael, one of the chief princes,
came to help me. And I remained there with the kings of Persia.
Now you telling me, you Michael the Archangel, you telling me that you had to come and free Gabriel the angel from Satan? Something is wrong with that picture. Something is wrong with that picture. So now, and I'm going to leave, because, I believe it's something mental going on, but I'm going to leave that alone. So Michael the Archangel had to come. First of all, Michael the Archangel, he is a spirit. And spirits, they don't die. Okay? They don't die. Except they go into the lake of fire. That's that second death. They don't die the first death like men do. And so I know that guy was a flesh and blood man. He was a flesh and blood young man. So I'm going to leave that right there. And let's go now. Okay, so what languages were the superscriptions written in at Jesus' death? What languages? Because, I just had a brother 5 minutes ago, well, a little more than 5 minutes ago, just called and said, no, he wasn't, those languages weren't in the superscription. Well, let's read the book and see what the book says. Skip what you're saying out your mouth. What does the book say? So what languages were the superscriptions written in at Jesus' death? Let's go to Luke, the 23rd chapter. And this is going to be last. Oh, I'm getting done quicker than I thought. Luke 23. Luke 23, and we're going to pick it up at verse 38. Luke 23 and 38. When you get it, brother, go ahead and read it.
And a superscription also was written over him in the letters of Greek and Latin and Hebrew.
And Greek, Latin, and now what you gonna do with that? That's what the book say, right? Oh no, they wasn't speaking no Hebrew during that time. Why would he have it written in Greek, Hebrew, and Latin? Why would he have it written there? Let's go. I'm gonna throw this one in there. Let's go. Let's go to Mark. I think that's Mark. Where is that at?
15.
Is it Mark 15?
15 and 42 maybe.
Let's see what it says. We have Mark 15 and 26. Thank you, brother. Mark 15 and 26. But you see what it was written in, right? It was written in Hebrew, Greek, and Latin. Of course, they were speaking Greek at that time. I don't have no problem with that, but they were still speaking Hebrew as well. And not only was they speaking Hebrew and Greek, but they were speaking Latin as well. That's because the Romans speak Latin. And that's what Paul was speaking. He was speaking Hebrew, because he got a whole book called Hebrews, right? And he was speaking Greek, because he was speaking to the Corinthians. They spoke Greek. And he was speaking Latin, because he was speaking to the Romans. That's what the Romans speak. And so if Paul was speaking it, then the other Israelites, they were speaking it too. Let's go now. We're going to Mark 15, and what verse did I say? 26. Go ahead and read it. Let's see what it said in Hebrew, Greek, and Latin. Go ahead.
And a superscription of his accusations was written over the King of the Jews.
That's what it said in Hebrew, in Greek, and in Latin. And the superscription of the accusation was written over the King of the Jews. The King of the Jews. In Hebrew, in Latin, and in Greek. All right, so we're going to end it right there. I'm Brother Rodney. I'm Pastor Russ too, but Brother Rodney, and this is Brother Rob, and we thank everybody for joining us for Israel's Church of Living God Q&A. And so if you got any questions, feel free to send your question on social media, or you can send me a text, and I will get your question, and we will answer your question according to the scriptures. All right, everybody, peace to you. Have a good evening.
Peace.